Is the stream over? Nope. We have one more sprint after this, so we've got about an hour and 20 minutes left. I must away for totally mysterious reasons. Thanks for the chill vibes. I'll bother you about sewing things another time. Please do, Common Flower Girl, and thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your day. It crashed. Hold, please. Is the stream not working? It did nothing even happened on my side. I didn't even get like any dropped frames or anything. Alright. I see that it is on Twitch. It was probably just an internet drop. That does happen from time to time. Yeah, it was probably my internet probably just bellied out for a second. Usually when that happens, Ghost and I don't notice. So thanks for letting me know. But it should be still going. Sorry about that, guys. I mean, for me, OBS says it's been going for 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 35 seconds. So it was definitely an internet crash. Like, it was an internet hiccup, probably. Shouldn't say crash, a hiccup. We have the fastest internet known to man, but sometimes it do that. And I let the timer go and resume the clicky clackies. Thank you for letting me know that it dropped, because I wouldn't have had any idea. Telus is the best internet that we can get here in our area. Yep. I think it's just 1L. They own all the fiber optics in our area. I have a friend that's the number 3 at a Canadian ISP. I should see if it's TELUS. Yep. Yep. TELUS is the big one out here on the west coast of Canada. It's Bell back east, and it's TELUS out here. The big ones are pretty much Bell, TELUS, and Rogers. It would probably be the top 3. Oh, so he doesn't work for TELUS then. Actually, our internet is pretty good, but it does drop every now and then, I will say. Every like once every couple of months we do get a drop. Blur, take care. It was good to see you. Honestly, we've tried all the other internet in our area and it's far, far worse. So this is it. This is the best we can get. My, take care. Thank you for dropping by. Why, hello! We should still be here in 30 minutes. All right, we are at 3,032 words after that sprint. Not quite. Not quite as much as we did the last time. Where did I stop? Where did I stop? So we were at 1,700 the last time? I think it was there. So it was only about 1,323 words that time, but we were up to past the 3,000 mark, and I think I can easily get this finished. I think this might only be one scene. Usually I do 2 scenes, but this is a longer one, so I think it'll only be one scene. And we have, I think, roughly maybe 1,000, 1,200 words left. Progress. Had a lovely dinner cooked by my husband and relaxed a bit. Managed to send off the scariest email. Well, Sailing Ocelot, I'm glad that that email is behind you. And I hope you can relax for the rest of your evening. Got 551 words during that sprint, bringing me to a total of 69,597 words total on my story. Hell yeah! May or may not be going through the entire Hexaword archive. There are only at 160 or so, and most of them take me under 30 seconds. It sounds like you're enjoying the game, though, Sardonisms. That's awesome. Just scanning through everything that happened after the stream momentarily died. Basically, without trying to get too much into the complicated nature of Canadian telecom, basically the government was like, hey, corporations don't really own the internet infrastructure, the people kind of do. So it keeps them a little bit in line. But also there are pretty much like 3 or 4 big companies that kind of own all of the internet lines, and they rent them out to smaller companies, but at like a stupid expensive rate, so they still kind of have a chokehold over Canadian telecom. But for anyone who's wondering, Ghost and I have the best possible internet in our area. It is fiber optic. It's pretty fast on up and down. It's pretty reliable, but it does hiccup every now and then. So every now and then we do have a stream will go down, or we'll have a little bit of a blip. I noticed that it popped up the thing of me going live again. So it was probably just a temporary little hiccup because OBS didn't even register it. So, uh, yeah, all internet does hiccup occasionally. I can say a lot of bad things about TELUS as a company, but in terms of like the internet service that we get to our house currently, it's pretty decent. It's pretty decently reliable. It's been a while since we've had like a really bad outage. And usually if there's a big outage, it's because something like the power went out somewhere or something. So like, yeah, of course the internet's down. Yeah, we used to have a different service that was slower, and it was essentially it was because they couldn't get like the really good fiber optic lines. They couldn't. We didn't want to. We didn't want to have internet with TELUS. We went with a different company. They couldn't get us fiber optic because they couldn't get a reasonable price from TELUS for the fiber optic lines, and we had to switch to fiber optic. Like in order to stream the way we both do, we needed fiber optic. So, our internet is very fast, mostly reliable, but every now and then it does hiccup. So, there you have it. TELUS, I don't like as a company, but their service has been, I have to say, good since we moved here. Although I will say the main reason why I can say that is because a couple of years ago there was a massive lawsuit against TELUS because they used to have a habit of sending people to your door to sell you packages, and then when you'd call them, they would tell you that the package was different, and they would try to charge you a bunch of extra money. And they did that to me once, and I had to spend 2 hours on the phone with one of their managers explaining to him why he was the thief who was stealing from me before he would give me my money back. And now they're legally obligated to adhere to whatever the person at the door tells you. So twice we have had people come to our door and say, I can get you a better price on internet, and we've said, okay, but we want the same speed, blah blah blah, and then they change something, and we call them and we're like, yo, you changed our internet package and didn't tell us, and they're like, oopsies, we'll change it right back. You didn't agree to that? Nope, we didn't. Okay, I'm fixing it for you right now. Oh, it was very illegal. It was very illegal, and they got slammed for it. So now they are legally obligated to adhere to any verbal contract that they make with you is now legally binding. So if they lie to me at my door, they have to give me... In fact, this is a true story. The last guy that came in to, like, he was like, you're overpaying for your internet. And I was like, yeah, we are. Like, we shouldn't be paying as much as we are. And he's like, I can get you a lower price, but I have to do a bunch of stuff. And I was like, as long as our speed and our, like, unlimited, like, download doesn't change, go for it. And then I guess in order to make the price work, he had to change our internet package to a lower speed and limited download. So Ghost Pepper called them at one point because he got a, like, you've overdone your internet limit thing, and he was like, the fuck, we don't have a limit on our thing, on our downloads. And the woman was like, oh, you didn't agree to blah blah blah? And he was like, nope. And he was like, they were like, okay, so we're gonna put your internet package back, you get to keep the promo price, and also we're sending you a free TV box. And that TV box has been sitting for 1.5 years in our living room because Ghost didn't want it. He doesn't watch TV. He only accepted it because he was mad at TELUS and he wanted them to send him a thing. It's in a box, unopened. And it sits there in principle as a reminder of the fact that they annoyed him. Do you remember Windstream? Vaguely? But yeah, so there you go. That's a brief glimpse of Canadian Telecom. Our internet service is pretty good, but only because the company that provides it is legally obligated to not lie to us. Because if they do, we can sue the pants off them, and they know it, so they behave. That was at our old house. Like, they literally came to the door. They sold me this thing where they were like, you can sign up for this package, you get $100, you can put it towards free internet for 2 months, you don't have to pay it back, you can cancel after 30 days, blah blah blah. So I did it, right? I was like, this sounds too good to be true, but I did it. And then they tried to charge us like double to cancel it, and I called them and I was like, I'm just doing what the people at your door told me to do. They told me to do this. They told me that I would get free money. And the guy was like, well, then people could just sign up for the service, watch Game of Thrones, and then cancel right away. And I was like, literally, those words flowed from your salesperson into my ears at my doorstep. You have stolen from me. You are a thief. Give me my money back. And it took 2 hours, but I got my money back. I literally sat with a guy on the phone who was like, I came to work for this company because they're more moral. And I was like, and now you're a thief who has lied to me and stolen from me. And I got my fucking money back. I mean, the laws are different here. I don't know how it would work in the US, honestly. But in Canada, it is now, like, and it's not just TELUS. All telecom companies have to abide by, if they come to your door and they make a verbal contract with you. Because it used to be, because the reason why this would happen is because they only care about signing up new customers, right? The people who get sent to your door are not customer retention. They're like new customer. They're just trying to drive new customers onto the package, right? So all they care about is syncing the deal. And then it's the person that you call at the phone line who's supposed to enforce the actual rules of the contract, right? So they'll do anything that they can to get you to sign up. They'll make any promise that will get you to sign up. And then once you're signed up, you're on the hook for it, was how it used to work, right? So when they came to my door, I used to turn them away. I used to like look them blatantly in the eye and say, we don't talk to you anymore, and make them leave the house because I was furious over the fact that they lied to me and stole my money, and wasted my time to get it back. And then the lawsuit happened, and now any contract that they make, any verbal contract that they make at the scene is legally binding. So if they tell you it's going to work this way, TELUS has to make it work that way, whether they originally intended for it to work that way or not. And they clearly haven't told their salespeople that they send to the door to stop lying out their asses to people, so they have to comply. Anyway, that was a side rant, but there we go. These are the kinds of side rants we get into on this stream. I'm going to take a quick break. We've got one more sprint left, during which I'm going to finish this scene, and then we will wrap up and raid to somewhere else for some more chill vibes. I enjoyed listening to that side rant. Listen, the stories I could tell about my encounters, that was the worst one, though, was when they literally came to my door, lied to my face, and then were quoted by their manager when their manager was being sarcastic. And I was like, you literally have sent people to people's doors to tell them that, and then you're stealing their money. Just imagine trying to explain the concept of highway robbery to a grown adult for 2 hours. That's what happened. But anyway, the stories I could tell. For now, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to run to the washroom. If anyone would like to redeem a spirit companion, a location, or an activity for the final sprint, please do. Otherwise, we'll just go wherever, do whatever, and have some fun times. In the meantime, hopefully stream will break again. I'll be right back. Here I am, wearing my glasses. You asked for it. You're receiving it. Here we go. I almost never wear my glasses at the computer. It's so weird. Here we go. Here we go. Honestly, 90% of the time when a like salesperson comes to our door, whether or not it's from like our current company or whatever, I just say I'm not interested, and I shut the door in their face, because I don't want to waste the time getting sold garbage. Cooking in the kitchen with a whispering. Any particular color of whispering we want here? Here are the options. We got a pink one for now, but we can do one of the other ones. Oh, he's got a spoon. How sweet and precious. The last spirit was Chilladillo. Heck yeah! Let's do the OG green. Heck yeah. Oh, listen. We got the Jehovah's Witnesses, and the Mormons coming to our other place. I got a free Book of Mormon from the Mormons, and I had tea and talked to them, and then Ghost got annoyed that they kept coming to the door, so he told them I moved. He told them I moved so they'd stop coming. I mostly just don't, to be honest, I mostly just don't answer the door. If I think that someone's coming to sell me something, I just won't answer the door. 90% of the time when we get package deliveries, they just leave it on the doorstep. And so I just go and get it later. I only answer the door if I know that I'm going to need to sign. Pie's home! Listen, I was curious what would happen. Hang on, I'm gonna pause this. I'm just gonna roll over. I was curious what would happen if I had tea with the Mormons. They tried to convert me, and I was having none of it. And then Ghost was like, they moved. Because they kept asking for me. Because I just stopped answering the door. But Ghost would be down there sometimes, and he would answer the door, because I didn't tell him to answer the door. And then he was just like, yeah, she moved. Stop coming, she moved. We were in the process of moving, but he was just straight up like, she moved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen, I don't mind. I am not a religious person. You guys can probably see the necklace dangling around my neck. I'm pagan. I don't really have, like, I'm not super hardcore religious, but I'm not opposed to people coming to the house, or, well, I mean, I don't want people coming to my house to talk to me. I'm not opposed to talking to people of other religions and learning about their religion. I just don't want to be converted. I know that reference, Pi. I know. I don't know how to say the name that you just said, but I know about that god from American Gods. I know. I'm at home to relax, not be sold on some BS I've never needed. Same. I know a woman who had tea with an extremist group when she was traveling. Genuinely a true story. She managed to talk them down, and they realized she wasn't a threat. She eventually went on her way. She is over 100 now and used to shoot down World War II planes invading the UK. Wow, that does sound like a badass lady. I had another neighbor whose husband was in the military and he was covered in tattoos. And dang. I know it's no, but I know it's not a serious reference. I just know who that is. I know that it's a pagan god. Pi with 105 stream streak. But he's gonna try to say is 10.5. Pi, you've been here over 100 times to keep us hydrated. We appreciate you. It's always good to see you. I was gonna say something and then I forgot what it was. Yeah, Pi, there's probably not gonna be a hug command. I gotta be honest with you. Because I don't know how to make one. So I looked into the chatbot that Ghost Pepper has, which is far more complicated than the one I have, and it's too complicated for me. So you're just gonna have to say hug. You're just gonna have to say I hug you, and that's just gonna have to be enough. Love is just gonna have to be enough. Alright, I'm gonna let the timer go. We got 30 more minutes of clicky clacks. And then we're done for the day. What was I gonna say? I feel like I was gonna say something. Don't know. Don't remember. Don't remember! I don't have a typewriter. If you're asking what type of keyboard I have a Ducky 1. Enjoy your lurk pie. I hope you had a good day. Enjoy your 105 stream streak. I hit save button. And you all should too. Don't think I can save in the middle of cooking. Hey, you are saving by making progress. I did it again, Pi. I saved again. And I will save again, just to be absolutely sure. I will never stop saving. I'm taking these off now because it has been at least 10 minutes. What are you cooking, Key, if you're able to tell us? What are you cooking and when can we all eat some of it? Just some rice and a vegetable tonight. About 15 minutes. Tomorrow will be pork chops with rice and veggies. Then a ham soup experiment. Ooh, all of these things sound yummy. Peter, welcome back. How's it going? Taryn, it's me. I'm People. Taryn, how's it going for you? Brain is slightly less poopy. Glad to hear it. Grayson Hayes, enjoy your lurk. Was he generating prompts or like answers to prompts? I don't know that it's necessarily bad if he was just generating like writing prompts that he intends to like answer himself versus if he was using it to make answers to prompts. Excuse me. Alright, I have finished. With 3 minutes to spare, I have finished with 4,382 words. In a singular scene, making this, I think, the longest scene in this story so far. Caveman, hello! Listen, I'm not trying to be a proponent of AI. I'm just saying that there can be good uses for AI. I'm just trying to understand what was happening. Personally, I think there are like dozens and dozens of prompt websites on the interwebs where you can find people generated prompts. So, but it'd be way worse if he was like getting the AI to answer the prompts, in my opinion. Peter, why do you even still go to this writing club? I thought that you were done. I thought that you were done with the part that you paid for. I thought that we had this conversation and that you were done with these people. Why are you still going if they're so terrible? Just finished my scene. The scene is 1,454 words, and the manuscript is up to 70,211. Heck yeah. Broke 70K. That's an accomplishment. I have strong feelings since my work was stolen and they're trying to build a data center in my area. Listen, I just wanted to clarify that I wasn't trying to, like, back AI or anything. I also have strong feelings about AI. I do not think that AI is capable of what a lot of people think it is capable of. It basically just takes things and smashes them together and regurgitates them. It doesn't really make anything new. And it's not really, I mean, AI tools have their uses, can have their uses, not as creation, but as supplementation, as assistance. But I agree that most generative AIs are awful. They work on stolen material. They don't actually create anything new. And they really shouldn't exist unless they've been ethically sourced, which doesn't happen. And I just wanted to understand more of what was happening versus, like, before I commented on it. No. I just wanted to know more information. I just didn't want anyone to think I was being like, well, maybe it's okay. Like, I just wanted to know. A lot of these things of the 196 apps that were Stanford data breaches, and all were leaked user information, and the stuff that users were from 193 of those apps has no security for what users do or say. Listen, Ghost would be so much better at articulating this, but there's a lot of people who think that AI can do a lot of things that it can't actually do. And there are a lot of people who have been promising that AI is going to make money for a long time, and it doesn't. And it's just a slop train. I just thought it would be way worse if he was using the AI to, like, answer the thing. At least if he's looking for it to generate a writing prompt, he's not, like, passing it off as his own writing or whatever. No, Peter, it's okay. We've talked about AI on here before. I think everybody pretty much knows that I do not support using AI to create things. There's no way to ensure it's not using stolen material. Support real artists. Most frustrating is stuff that existed before generated AI gets called AI now and gets lumped in with bad bits. Yeah, yep. That's true. That's very true. It's very, very true. But yeah, I think we've talked enough about AI that, one, people know my opinion, and I'm not in favor of AI creating art. And two, that it is relevant to our field, and so it is something that comes up and it is something that gets discussed. I just didn't know when you first said it if it was like he was... I thought you were saying that he was like sitting in the writing club doing like all of his writing with an AI and then being like, this is my writing prompt thing or whatever, which would have been arguably worse. It's more sad that the president of this group doesn't feel like it's worth their time and energy. I mean, again, Peter, I thought you were done with this group because they all sound like horrible people. But I don't know. I was going to go to another writing club, but they closed, so I have nowhere else to go. I mean, Peter, you can come here. You can come here to this writing club. You can write whatever you want, whenever you want, right here with us. You don't need those other people. If they're terrible, you don't need them. I just feel like every time Peter brings up this writing group, we just learn that they're horrible, and I just don't... Why do you put that in your life? You don't need horrible people in your life. Anyway, we have finished what we set out to do for the day. We've written a scene. I'm starting to dig a little bit into the meat. Domerin doesn't know it yet, but he did something bad, and he's gonna feel bad about it. But he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know yet what happened. I know, but he doesn't know. But he's gonna know soon. In the next time that we sit down to do My Little Domerin, which will be hopefully sometime next week. Yeah, spend more time here with the besties. Or make your own writing group, Peter, of good people who you like to talk to and interact with, who will give you good feedback. Because it doesn't even sound like this group gives you good feedback. Vinyl, did you survive the sale? How many yarns did you come home with? Did you put a limit on yourself before you went in? Or did you just dive in there and come out the other side? I need to go read it, but do any of the main six make an appearance? No, I did place it in a completely other kingdom, so the main six are not in it. It's all my character, it's all Aravalia characters and your guys' characters. And Taryn, your character's in there. She's in there. She did a thing. I'm just putting that out there. Would love to be in a writing group where people actually read and gave feedback, encouragement to each other. Listen, there's a Discord where you guys can organize something like that. I'm just saying. There's a seeking feedback area. You don't need to pay money to go to a group where everyone's horrible. 3 yarns! Heck yeah, that means you got at least one free one. And a frame! Hell yeah! Can't wait to see the framed cross stitch. I'm just glad that you survived the sale, Vinyl, because as soon as I saw the picture you sent, I was like, that is a dangerous territory to tread. Just imagining how funny it would be for Pinkie Pie and Domerin to interact. Listen, there are some interactions on par with that, I think. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, if there's so many people who come to this stream who are looking for feedback and who are looking for writing buddies. If you all just get together, you won't need these other groups. You've got each other because you're all amazing and supportive to begin with. This is all I'm saying. But also, I gotta go eat some food. So, I'm in so many writing discords. Fair, the kids are asleep. I'm in so many discords as well, and it's a little bit, I'm probably in too many. But let's head over to, Twitch and see who's streaming. Who's around? Oh, Digital Cow is around. Is Flower Girl streaming today? Hang on. Flower Girl is streaming, so I think we might go say hi to her. Very tempted to raid Digital Cow as well, but Common Flower Girl streams less. So I think we're gonna go say hi to her. She's working on her cross stitch. Hell yeah. Oh, she's putting the eggs in. I've been so excited to see the eggs. So Flower Girl was hanging out in stream chat earlier, so y'all know she's super chill. Just a heads up, she doesn't like the cussing. I swear like a sailor. I'm gonna own up to that. I say the bad words all the time. Sailing Ocelot gifted a tier 1 sub to Ghost Hopper. Thank you so much, Ocelot! That is Ghost Pepper's doppelganger. Thank you, Kids Are Asleep, and I'm sorry that we hit on the AI nerve. Honestly, I agree with you about the strong feelings. I really do. I don't want you to feel bad for having ranted about it, because I'm with you, especially if they're wanting to put a data center in your area. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Just remember that Flower Girl doesn't like the cusses. Try to keep it nice and chill vibes in her chat. I'll be back tomorrow. We will be doing outlines for the edits of the last Everyone's Child book. So medium clicky clacks. There'll be an interspersing of clicky clacks, if you will, as that is happening, and that will be our last stream for the week. Peter, thank you for hanging out. I have been excited to see the eggs. And also, you don't need to apologize, Peter. It's okay. You came in, you expressed a valid frustration, and we responded to that frustration. It's all good. Listen, we're all creators in a space that is being encroached upon by something that really shouldn't be encroaching upon it. And we're all gonna have strong feelings about that, and we all gotta help each other through it. That's... Sadly, it is what it is, but we gotta be here for each other, and we gotta give support, and I get it. I totally get your reaction. So don't at all be sorry. To everyone who hung out today, thank you so much. We had so many wonderful people here. Shadowbug, I hope this was the vibe you were looking for. I know it's slightly different from the vibe of Ghost Pepper's stream, but I hope it was the vibe you were looking for. And just, I say this all the time, but you guys are awesome. You guys have been so tolerant of me taking these long breaks, dealing with computer problems, just being so intermittent for the last little while, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys for coming back. Ghost Hopper, Sailing Ocelot gifted you a sub. I hope you enjoy the emotes. So yeah, let's head over to say hey to Common Flower Girl. I'm gonna go get some lunch. The sound of your typing was relaxing. I'm glad. I do feel like that's what most people are here for, is the typing sounds. Ghost hates my keyboard, but I feel like everybody else loves it. What is for lunch? Soup and a sandwich. A turkey sandwich and some homemade soup leftovers from the fridge. You guys are the best. Seriously. I will hopefully see most of you tomorrow. But otherwise, be sure to take care of yourselves. Remember to eat, to sleep, to drink, to get up and move around from time to time, to take your meds if you need to take any meds. Because these meat sacks we're driving around don't come with maintenance manuals, but they do require a lot of maintenance. Take care of yours, I will take care of mine, and I will see you guys all very, very soon.